Okay, let's see here. Great. So my name is Greg Bem, and this workshop actually has some attendees, but no one is here in person or online synchronously. So I'm still going to do the recording as a way to introduce this workshop. And if folks want to complete this workshop task or the activities connected to this workshop, they can do so after the fact. Of course, we may get some late attendees as well. That sometimes happens, in which case we'll go from there. So welcome to Exploring, Managing, and Completing Creative Projects. This is a hands-on workshop by me, Greg Bem, faculty librarian here at Spokane Community College. If you are just entering this recording, please consider pausing it, logging into the Gen AI tools that you would like to use today. Each of the to this we've got some folks here. Hey, Brandy. Hello? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Great. I was just doing, so no one else showed up today, but I was just doing the introduction and recording it anyway. So I'm just going to
Okay.
go back and start from the beginning since you are here. So yeah, welcome to Exploring, Managing, and Completing Creative Projects, hands-on workshop that was designed by myself, Greg Bem, faculty librarian here at SCC. This is spring 2024. So as we're getting started, for folks that are watching the recording or anyone in this session today, please log into any Gen AI tools that you would like to use today. Each of the activities in this workshop will have a combination of text and image components and requirements. And so we recommend either using ChatGPT Plus if you have access to that, or Copilot or Poe, mostly because those three tools can generate text and image in the same interface quite quickly. Copilot and Poe being free. Right, so meanwhile, my computer is going slow as usual. The session will be recorded, technically is being recorded, so keep that in mind. Today's outcomes include considering acceptable or ethical practices of Gen AI usage, applying basic knowledge of Gen AI tools to perform creative tasks, explore using Gen AI tools to complete multiple tasks for a larger project. And today we're going to be working on creative scenarios specifically. So using Gen AI technology to create things. Most folks might consider Gen AI in general to be creative, but we're thinking about it from a more artistic angle today. Work can be done individually or in groups. And this is really an exploration. So there's no one way to complete the tasks today, and there's no right or wrong. This is an opportunity for you to explore, to consider what you know, what you don't know, what you want to know, and also just discover things as you practice with the technology. You have the option of choosing which tools you want to use. So I recommend trying to use a tool that you haven't used if that is something you're comfortable with, or if you really want to use what you already know a little bit about, that is fine too. And if you're watching the recording, you can work on these tasks too. These tasks can be done really anytime. The document that's connected to this recording really walks you through all of the tasks just as we're going to explore them today. And if you don't finish them during the session, if you're participating live, again, you can continue this on your own. So today we're going to be working on a variety of tasks, one or more, and we start with asking, why use this technology? We know there's ethical implications of this technology, and what we're really doing is not only practicing learning the technology, but we're figuring out individually and as a result culturally as a group, what about this technology could be ethical, could be approved with our standards and norms and values in our community. These tasks, actually, as I was designing them, I felt a little bit uncomfortable because I thought, hey, these actually might not be ethical. Some folks might have some major issues with these. Some things that might have to do with copyright and intellectual property. Some that might have to do with a lack of creativity through the emphasis of automation. And then, of course, there's other issues like we are inputting our creativity into the prompts and giving these systems our prompts and our interests and our data, and we're essentially providing feedback into a system that is ripe with problems. So as we go through these tasks, I want you to consider, is this something that I am comfortable with? Do I think that doing the work in these tools, the work for these tasks, is it appropriate or not? Is it aligned with my values or not? Are there ethical issues that I'm facing as I'm going through the tasks and these activities? I'm going to pause here and see if anyone in the room has comments. No pressure. I'll give 6 seconds and then move on to the introduction of the activities. And I'll take my sip of Americano. Okay. So today's tasks are, there are 4 of them. I'll just put them all out in a row here. Each of them are designed to be project oriented. So we can create very small bursts of output by using one of the Gen AI tools. And that can be satisfying, that can help us in a lot of ways. But today we're going to be working on bigger tasks, bigger projects, as a way to understand that these tools can actually be used at a larger scale. And they can be used to complete multiple tasks that lead to one larger output. In this case, we're looking at 4 different types of documents. The first 3 are types of books, and the 4th one is a slideshow. So in the first activity, and if you are online right now, you in the chat, there is a Word doc that has all of these listed out. You can follow along by opening that or downloading that. The first one is a collection of haiku. So haiku are the short poems that are 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables in length. Very, very brief, poignant snapshots of poems, so to speak. And the idea is that in the next 40 or so minutes, we will actually succeed in creating a full collection, a full book of haiku. If you explore each of these, it's going to ask you to first start with identifying which tools you want to use, then jumping into the title and description, asking the tool to help you create that, and then creating a book cover. And then finally going in and actually building out all of the interior of the text, in this case, all of the individual poems. So that is the first one, and I may work on that one today. The second one is a small chapter book. Similar to the poetry collection, this one first starts with you identifying not only the title and description, but considering what theme or genre of a chapter book you want to create. There's documented evidence that authors are using these tools to create entire works. And on a more nefarious or toxic angle, there are people using these tools to create and publish books through online book platforms like Amazon, and flooding Amazon with AI-generated books. I just want you to see that it is possible to do it, and it's not that difficult. So if that seems like something you want to explore, the small chapter book activity might be for you. The third one, a little bit more lighthearted, but similar to the previous ones, is a children's picture book. So this kind of flips it a little bit and puts more of an emphasis on the pictures over the text, as most children's books emphasize pictures with a small amount of text on some or all of the pages. And then the fourth one is pretty unique, and that is a picture collection for a presentation slideshow. So this is going to allow you to explore thinking about designing a slideshow for a presentation, for example, in PowerPoint, and then creating an outline and then having the pictures to go along with the presentation. Okay, so that being said, that is the end of the presentation. If you are watching this recording, please take the time to explore one of the activities. And I invite you to, I'll just wrap up here on this recording so I don't have to start it again later. I invite you to reach out if you have any questions and then follow up, give feedback with the survey that I send out, and stay tuned for future trainings, including this same one tomorrow and our final one on the GPT marketplace later this quarter. Okay, I'm going to turn off the recording now.